Hi Aries, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for January 14th through the 28th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Aries. For Aries. King of Wands. All right, that's you or Cancer, Scorpio. You or a, I want to say Pisces. Good Lord. You, Sagittarius, or Leo. All right, so this is somebody that gets things done, that starts things but not necessarily finishes them. They're great innovators. They are definitely in the mix. They have very lofty, high expectations. They try to fulfill them. It's almost like one of their Achilles heels, because there's a couple. But sometimes they can be too expectant of things to happen. This could be male or female in this sense. Maybe you're thinking about your fire sign person. It's almost like they're ready to get up out of that chair and charge if need be. They're kind of restless sitting in one spot. They need to be on the move. They're happiest when they're creating, innovating, in the middle of something, leading. Energy is very vital to them. They don't like to sit still for very long. A very energetic, could be competitive, but assertive, confident person. High Priestess, so this could be Pisces or Cancer. The Lovers, this is Gemini. The Sun could be Leo. Good gracious, we got 3 heavies out of the gate. Alrighty. 4 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. Ooh, wow. And the World. Okay, well, wow, Aries, you don't want to be tied down right now. You don't want to be with this person that you were connected to. You want the freedom. You want to go inward. You want to be left alone. All right. We dealing with the Cancer or Scorpio here? Cancer or Pisces? Could be going inward, wanting to be left alone, being secretive and strategic. Leave me alone. I do not want this to work out. I do not want the connection anymore. Wow. Says High Priestess. Okay, so all right, so Aries, this is starting to feel kind of stalkery, weird. Like you need to be secretive for this person. You want to be left alone by this person and their advances. That you don't want that. You're wanting to actually, you don't know how to get them to stop. This may not be the healthiest of situations because you've probably given enough hints and this person is not taking it. This person, in this case, in this situation, okay, so there you see the firm grip on the emotions right here. This is someone that's very intent on what they want to do, borderline. In this instance, it could be somebody that's kind of obsessive. They're approaching an emotional situation and it's all they can do to control the horse, which represents their emotion, not to run across into the water. Okay, so this is just feeling like somebody needs to keep a really tight rein on their emotions and their intentions are not all the full grasp of their intentions are not quite known, and I think you suspect that and think you might know that. It feels stalkery to me. It just feels, on a lighter note, it could be that somebody is not letting their intentions be known to someone who is pursuing them. Okay, that could be all that it is. It just feels like someone's feeling like they need to be strategic. It could just be that you're playing things close to the vest with this fire sign or this person that has offered you, that is interested in you, and let it be known. Perhaps they're just really more intent on pursuing you than you would like at this time, Aries. Okay. So, but you don't want the reason why I got stalkery vibe is because you don't want that connection anymore. You don't want a soulmate connection, or if it is, if you do want one, it's not with this person. That's what it feels like. This is a Leo. I'm not saying this is a Leo. This could represent Leo. What's his sun about? Things being illuminated. Is that when you find out their true intentions? I think you're working on resolving some, So we got a steady, stable happy home life here, one with a lot of assets or stability, longevity, and we've got working together. I think this is you concentrating on your home right now, Aries. This could be Leo, but I feel like this is you really wanting to figure out and resolve home issues. Perhaps this is about restoring the stability in a home life situation, working together with someone to maintain a steady, stable, happy home, and things working out. If you are in the process of figuring communal assets out, or just figuring out how we're going to do this at home, whatever the romantic situation is, this is saying that things will be illuminated or figured out. Conflict resolution, problem solving is in the mix here. So you're working with someone. If you are, it's going to go well. There's progress to be made. There might be setbacks, but they'll be minor to the overall progress to figuring out, working together to preserving the stability of the home that you're in. So this could be, if that's the case, maybe we're not talking about a stalker. This is general, so there's going to be a couple of scenarios here. This could be that you are keeping things close to the vest in dealing with your person. This could be you and the love situation involved. It could be that you want very different. This could be a very intense person that's keeping a tight rein on things right now, and they're trying to work together with you. But it just feels like there's emotional issues here that have not fully come to light. But right now your focus is on the connection of the home situation that you have. So it could be with this person, or it could just be you focusing only, and that's why you're keeping this person at a distance and you're being kind of secretive or close to the vest, because your focus is really here. You don't want the marriage, the connection, the commitment anymore, or you don't want that. If it's not with this person, you don't want that in general. That's not where your focus is. Your focus is kind of problem solving and figuring out your home situation and hoping that you can work together with someone. All right, so what is this Four of Pentacles? Again, with the need for self-preservation, going inward, being secretive here. What is that? Yeah, okay, because could be, strategic. This is being secretive. This is self-preservation, keeping things close to the vest. This is being strategic. This is probably doing things in stealth. This is maybe the court system is involved. Maybe we're going back and forth in mediation to figure this situation out. Perhaps someone has come up to say they're sorry, but even still, it feels strategic. This feels like the need for self-preservation, because there has to be a rebalancing. Someone is being, if they're not, you suspect deception afoot. Something's not right, and you know it. And you're just to be safe, just to be careful. You're gonna do, you're gonna keep things shored up, shall we say. It's like, fine, I'll accept your apology. Let's continue working on this, because you don't trust that person. You're wondering if they're, at best, they could be mischievous, but this feels like, this feels like an ulterior motive here. And you're picking up on it. And your focus really is figuring out the home situation here. There's going to be that ending. It could be that you're playing things close to the vest because you've engaged legal support or others to help you mediate this, and you're being very strategic because, in fact, the ending is coming. Okay, that's conflict resolution, problem, things working out. However, there is going to be an ending, and you're playing things close to the vest. You don't. And this is saying that you don't want to work together. Why? You don't want. Maybe you don't want to be connected to this person anymore. These two were going to jump. What is it? These two were going to jump, and then I corralled it. Hold on here. So this is the past coming home to roost. This is the final judgment decision before the new beginning starts, before this ending. So this could be someone going over the family finances, like an accountant. The final step before a marriage settlement agreement is reached, and the right thing being done, things being balanced, things being done fairly and cooperatively. That was going to jump. It feels like you don't want it to have to go that route. You'd rather not get that entailed. You don't want to have to do, it's almost like you're kind of realizing what your culpability and issues are at this point anyway. What's this Six of Wands here? Hold on. Why not? Okay. For some of you, that could be dealing with childhood issues. You really don't want to rock the boat with that. This could be somebody that now, what you're thinking is now is not the time to be receptive or to go inward, Aries. You're like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for dating. I don't have time for any kind of connecting with anybody else. My focus really is on at home right now. I just want to get through this. Especially if you're having to keep things close to the vest right here, that's hard work. It's one thing if you naturally default to that introspection and you're thinking things through with purpose, but to have to remember to be strategic around someone, that's a lot of work. So I feel like this is a divorce or a committed connection that is separating now, and you're not wanting to have to. It's almost done. It's almost over. Let's just get her done. Let's just keep cooperating. I don't want to have to do this emotional business right here. I don't want to have to take the time. I don't want to have, okay, what's this world about? That fell out. Okay, choose wisely. Be careful. What's this world about? Waiting for the answer and not knowing what the future is going to bring. There is an ending. How it's going to play out will remain to be seen. This could be Pisces or Cancer. We've got a water sign here. Be careful. Choose wisely. What you choose will be what your focus is, and at the sacrifice of all the other options on the table. That's not an omen. That's not a bad thing. But where you put your focus will be your outcome. Okay? So we got a lot going on here. It could be that you're feeling pretty overwhelmed, and there's, again, a lot of emotion and like, oh my gosh, things are being illuminated, and there's just so many things I'm realizing. It's overwhelming, but you need to make a decision because the end is coming, and you need to choose wisely because it needs to be a thought out choice. I think that's what this is about, working all of this out, because you got a lot to choose here, and you have the advantage, but it feels like if you choose hastily, the same issue is going to come back around and bite you in the butt again. You're going to have to be dealing with this 6 months down the road again. Because this is very odd. Usually this is like, oh, somebody's offering. No, this feels weird. So this is somebody that's not going to give up unless they're made to give up. Oh my God, it sounds like a stalker. Oof. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. This is someone they just feel so intense. Maybe it's because of this right here, but it feels like they're not going to give up unless they're made to. And it feels like you're working hard to keep up this facade of cooperation. Not that you're mean, but for the sake of the assets involved and possibly the kids involved, you're having to kind of work together, wait, see. Even though the future is unknown, there's confusion. You really don't want to be doing this. You're doing this for the sake of other things that are depending on the choice that you will eventually make. Okay? All right. Wow. That's usually this is like, oh, and here it's like, yeah. Okay. Aries. Hello. What does Aries need to know? Aries. The pieces coming together, learning about yourself, coming to conclusions, finding out what you really want, and you're kind of grappling with that and figuring that out alongside of possibly dealing with the separation issues involved with somebody that might have. There's just a lot at stake here, a lot going on, and the pieces are slowly coming together for you. You're realizing a lot here. All right, Aries. Finding out what you want to do. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? Yeah, I think that's what this is about right here, is that you're kind of going through it introspectively. I feel like you don't mind doing that on your own time frame, and it's almost like you want to wrap this up so you can get to it, but you don't want to have to do it with this person. It's like there's a disconnect. I don't know that you want to work it out with this person. I feel like you're accommodating them, but you've got a whole other landscape going on internally. Do you know what I mean? Different motives, just different. It's really partitioned for you. All right, Aries. Okay. A leg up. I'm going to pick one more. Aries. Aries. Hello. Round and round. All right. So I'm not proficient yet. Intuitive read. This is not the time to be taking care of other people, or basically you need to conserve and concentrate on you and your own and those you're in charge of care for. It really is a process of kind of getting through something very methodically. And this is about, do we have that Judgment card? It's the World, but I thought we had Judgment. Anyway, this feels like, for this right here, cycles of life, cycles coming to completion, but also the emotional, you're taking a look at, it's not just an ending, it's you stopping and looking at what is going on that led to this. It's kind of like the Judgment card, emotional. Here we go, there's Judgment right there. The emotional issues coming home to roost, looking at those, examining those, and figuring out how it plays out in the pattern in connection with other people. Okay, hold on here. Let me read. That's my intuitive read. Now let's see what the book actually says. Let's see what the right one is. Okay, so here we go. For this one, a leg up, right? It says, are you always insisting on doing everything yourself? Do you have little faith that help will come, convinced that the burden of the world is doomed to remain on your shoulders? Your beliefs about going it alone need to be discarded, as they do not serve you at all. Let others help you. Yes, it will make you feel vulnerable to admit you need a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good, for you have a lesson to learn. You must let someone else assist. You can't do life all by yourself. Once you shift your expectations, you'll be amazed by how quickly help arrives to give you a leg up. Well, that's good. I feel like, for me, I feel like you got to be careful with your choices for that, because it could be that you're thinking, and by the way, I just read from the book. I don't know. I feel like you still have to be careful who you let help you, because it just feels like it might be loaded with obligation, or at least you're suspecting that. Okay, just be careful. Just be seriously, like, double down on this. The self-preservation mode. Be very strategic and careful about who. Oh, hello. Here it is. This is okay. What I want to say about that is be strategic and careful about who you let help you. Make sure that there's no strings attached, or that it's something that you feel comfortable doing in return for somebody. It's not like, okay, and then when that bill comes due, all right. That's just my own pessimistic view, right? But it just feels like you need to be strategic. I keep coming back to that. All right, this one, round and round. Are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar? Don't be surprised that you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person, who may not look similar, but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine, as you get to do things again, only differently this time. For you learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you're aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. Easier said than done, and I feel like that's part of what this is. It's like you're resisting having to do that, and I'm all for, like, introspection and doing my own thing. I feel like this person is not the best to examine the sort of issues that keep coming up with you. I don't feel like this is the person to do that with. Whoever this person is, I feel like you need to, maybe you can talk to other people about it, but I don't feel like this is the person to work on your personal story with. That's for you to decide in your own time, in your own private space. I feel like your energy is just all going to getting through this situation. Okay, all right, shutting up. Aries, that's what I have for you for your harsh truth for January 14th through the 28th. I hope this helped you, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.